Hey everyone, picking up from where we left off in the last video, my friend had dug up all her pink pentas, her beautiful, tall, hot pink heirloom pentas, because she didn't want them anymore. She brought them all to my house, and I put them all on the ground, and I'm just now coming out to see how they did every night, if they look like they're going to thrive. And I'm also happy to report there are multiple Gulf fritillary butterflies flying around me. I love it. And here we are. Look at this one. It's gorgeous. And looking at how well it came back, I probably didn't need to trim them down as much as I did, but that's okay because it'll push out more dense growth at the base. Look at these. They look like they just were here all along and I just trimmed them back. They're going to be spectacular. I also put some of the pink pentas in here, and they're looking okay. Look at this bigger one. The bigger ones are the ones I'm like, oh my goodness, look at you. So I think in this area, since I'm putting more flowers, and again, there's my wild lime in the middle, host plant for giant swallowtails. Woohoo! All those potted plants, the salvias and some other pentas that I got from Romance Gardens when I unboxed that order, I'm going to put some of those in here too. So it'll really fill in, be nice, dense, floral. Another nectar garden, not as big as my other ones, right here beside the garden chairs, backed up by the tropical garden. So it's going to be fabulous. I can sit in my chair and have butterflies landing right beside me, which is always a good thing. So right now I have my collection of, remember they're in these tiny proven winters, proven winners pots. These are all the plants that I ordered from Romance Gardens. So I think we're going to pull out the salvias first, because those get nice and tall and will stand up to the height of those pink pentas. So the flowers will be like right up beside each other. So wow, I bought a lot of them, didn't I? You can tell this was after the freeze and I was feeling that, oh my gosh, I need flowers. But I do love these. So I think what I'll do for now is I'll take these ones that seem taller out and put them in that space, and like the shorter, smaller ones, I'll probably put those in pots until they get bigger. So this is Playing the Blues, and this is Blue Suede Shoes. That's so funny. Bodacious Hummingbird False, 100%, absolutely. We're taking you. This one is, oh, Black and Blue. This is the one I already have. This one's going out there. I love that one. Okay, I've got them out here, and I just have to keep in mind that wild lime is going to get bigger because it's got an adult tree root base. But what I'm not sure is it going to grow up or is it going to grow out more? So I do want to leave it some space. So I'm going to get them in the ground and I'll be right back. Are you noticing the Gulf fritillary butterfly? There's two of them. There's one over there on that lantana. Let me tell you, they love that Florida native lantana. So I got my little salvias in. I kind of did them like in a border around that pentas because that pentas is going to get huge. But what's nice about these salvias is they stay pretty all the way down to the base. And so they will disguise or hide or camouflage the tendency of those taller pentas to get a little scrappy looking at the base. So I think that's going to come together really well. These are the three little pentas I bought from Romance Gardens. I think I am going to put them all together in a big clay pot. Look how pretty those petals are. Like with the white with a little tinge of like a lilac-y pink. Look, there's a monarch on the Monarch Magic. Oh, there's a Gulf fritillary there too. There was this a Polydamas over here. I'm loving it. They're coming back, y'all. They are coming back. There's the Polydamas. That Polydamas has been going over to the Pipevine. Look at how much of the Pipevine has grown up my trellis. We haven't looked at this in a minute, but it keeps coming over here, so I suspect I might be getting some more eggs. You know, I had a big clay pot, but I think I'm going to use this little white pot, which I also emptied, planting things in the ground right here in my nectar garden. Because this has that little tray at the bottom, and it will hold water, which, you know, these are young pentas. We don't want them to dry out. Although I spoil my garden watering regularly. Hand watering, that is, because that I'm allowed to do. My potting soil bag got soaked in the rain, so this is like nice wet soil they're gonna love. Okay, I really like that there. I like it so much that I might find some more pots. I could put one there and one there. I think I have a pot of zinnias up front, but also I might pot up some more of the salvias that were smaller just to get them growing and get them out in the Florida sunshine. A certain little adorable tan French bulldog was too interested in my salvias, so I put up a little protective fence to keep them from tromping in there so they can get established and grow. But I like it. I found 2 pots of zinnias, and there's a little potted salvia that I just did. So now I'm going to give this all a good watering. Look, now Ray's thinking, oh yeah, I like salvia leaves. Hey, you two. You don't need to be exploring in the garden. I went ahead and planted these 2 verbenas that I also got, super cobalt, and then this one is violet ice. So when I put this little fence in here, it kind of extended the front of it, so I had a little more room. And this is going to be a beautiful garden space. I'm excited about it. It looks so much better, full of plants, than it did before. And when those pink pentas grow in and the salvias grow, it's going to be buzzing with life. And it seems like there's a lot of non-natives in here, but I do want to point out there are a good number of natives in here also. There is tropical sage right here. Oh no, I think we're getting zoomies. Oh no. So there is tropical sage, of course, the wild lime. There's another tropical sage growing up over there. And my Florida native hydrangea is right here coming up. There is a kunti, which is Florida native, host plant to the Atala. And this guy, I don't remember. This is a salvia that I got at the, I don't see a tag. I got it at the Dade City UFIFAS extension when they had a plant sale. But I want to say this is like woodland sage, maybe. But I'm not sure if it's a native. But it's beautiful. So there are some natives. Oh, wait, there's more. There's upland twin flower I have growing in here also, which is a host plant to who? Maybe common buckeye? Yeah, so we got a good mix going on in the garden. And of course, a water feature, which is about to get filled with fresh water. Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, and yesterday when I was done planting my little beside my garden chair garden, I went into the outdoor enclosure, which still doesn't have a name, and I rearranged the furniture and I moved some more adorableness in there, and I can't wait to show it to you. But first, right behind me, there's a little friend we're going to peek at real quick. This is a trellised passiflora incense, and actually there are two little golf fritillary caterpillars munching away on it. See, I don't need to bring them in and raise them anymore because I'm seeing them all over. This passiflora comes up all over my garden, and there are caterpillars all over, so it's fabulous. They're coming back. I'm seeing them every day. So here we are, nice open space in the middle for me to get in easily. And the plants are all arranged around the side. And this is the We Are Growing Back section. This is tropical milkweed, which I used to feed monarch caterpillars, but I keep it in here in this enclosure. And every time we're done with a plant, I chop it all the way down so it can regrow. And we have brand new fresh leaves untouched by monarch butterflies to feed caterpillars. And then, look, the lower levels are pipevine. All of my potted pipevine plants are packed in there. And yes, they have caterpillars on them. Like this little guy. And these two, look how big he is. Oh my gosh, he's bigger than mine inside. Look at him. You guys, I couldn't love this more. Here's some more over here. And when and if they eat on my pipevine, then this will be closed to them until it can grow back. And then I'll move some more guys in. Isn't that cool? I love it. Same with the milkweeds. If it all got eaten down, then I will not put any more in here and till they all grow back. And I also have in this corner is my potted sassafras tree. So if I get any spice bush, swallowtail, caterpillars, they can live in here on this. And in this corner, I have my potted wafer ash tree. So if I get giant swallowtail caterpillars, they can live in here. Now, I have some giant swallowtail caterpillars, but they're inside and they're staying there because, you know, a couple of them have to stay in there. Just like I have Polydamas Swallowtail caterpillars inside too, and those ones are going to stay in there. So I love this. I love it. And I have this potted pentas in here just to have a nectar source, just in case somebody gets hungry before they get set free to fly in my garden. And I think it's going to function very, very well. and it's going to help me get lots more butterflies in my garden and into the world. You see what's hanging on that one? A little chrysalis. So this is my Florida native Ageratum, and I just brought it into my workroom to do a little deadheading. And I just wanted to give you an update because I got the non-native Monarch Magic. And as far as like, do butterflies prefer one over the other? I'm just going to take that one all the way back. I would say they equally visit them, but the big difference is what I'm doing right now doesn't have to be done as frequently on the Monarch Magic. It stays rounded, gorgeous. The blooms last longer. I do a little deadheading, but I can just walk right by and do, you know, a quick snip. You can tell it's a cultivar, and that's one of the things that's been cultivated to do, because for me, this is actually highly enjoyable, but it's also a little tedious because you have to get in the way this flower grows. And if you want to keep the blooms for the butterflies, like they all get tangled, and you have to just get in and untangle them and take out what you want and leave the blooms. I mean, you could do a big chop down, but then you have to wait for it to grow back to have it useful for butterflies, and that's what a butterfly garden is all about. I do love the Monarch Magic, and I would buy more. I also successfully propagated one. I tried with 3 cuttings rooting them in soil, and 1 took, but that's not bad because you know what? That's 1 plant I have now to add. Hang on, I'll grab it and show it to you. Here it is. Isn't it cute? And it needs up potted pretty soon too. So if you get 1 Monarch Magic, you can make more. Just take a cutting, dip it in some rooting hormone, and stick it in a little pot of soil, and maybe you'll get lucky and you'll get one. But don't just do 1 cutting, do multiple, because only 1 of my 3 took. Look, this one. Okay, see, look how much better it looks. Oh my goodness. And I just gave it a nice drink with some liquid fertilizer. And now it's going to go back out in its hanging basket. I just added another hanger in my new section of my Florida native wildflower garden. And look at him down there. He loves basking in the sun. See, and there we go. Ready to attract butterflies. Okay, so for those of you who made it to the end of this video, or is it the end? I don't know. Time will tell. But right now it's the end. The end of the video. Club members, here is your thing to post in the comments. It's a multiple choice question, so you're answering either A, B, or C, okay? And this is real. I woke up this morning to a giant frog in my commode. And if you live in a home on septic, you know this is a thing. So what do you do when you wake up and there is a giant frog in your commode? A, scoop it up in your hands and carry it out and deposit it in your garden. B, tell your husband it's his job to get it out, or C, you must move and buy a new house? Let me know your thoughts. A, B, or C. I'll see you in the comments. I will laugh at your response. All these comments help boost my channel. They tell YouTube that, wow, you guys really love these videos. And the more you comment, the more it gets my videos out there, and the more butterfly gardens we get in the world. That's what it's all about. And I will see you in my next video, if this is really the end. Bye, everyone.